Malawi and boy.
I am in pain. I am in severe pain.
How are you doing? How you doing, guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yep. It's that day. It's that day when one by one, the people who are causing trouble in the dressing room are coming out. It looks like Mr. Cancelo, as Pep called him, is going to be the first out of the door, and he's going to Bayern Munich. What a surprise to many people! Not a surprise to some, but a surprise to many people. Look, if you think about it, Pep has been dropping a few hints in his interviews. I remember the other day he was saying everybody's going to be happy for Ake except one player. I think he said except one player. I don't know if he said, I think he said something like that. And you could tell that the only player who wouldn't be happy is for Ake to succeed will be Mr. Cancelo. Now, I was going to come here and make that speech that, guys, Cancelo has done this for us. Let's thank him. Let's not hold any grudges. Or it's just the fact that this situation is difficult for him. He was dropped for Portugal. But then I went back and remembered that this guy Cancelo uh, is the same guy who had issues at Inter. He had issues at Valencia, and he decided to leave. Carl, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your mic just sounds a little like as if you're underwater, just a little bit. Maybe you're too close.
I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. Bear with me for a minute. You're gonna. Okay, is that better? Is that better?
That's much better.
That's much better. Sorry about that, guys. It's just that I can't connect the mic because I'm using a few things, but I might connect the mic in a few minutes. But that's the thing, guys. I remember that at Inter he left. I think he was at Inter. He left Valencia. He left. Cancelo doesn't seem to stay at a place for so long. When he extended for Man City and said, I'm going to stay here, I thought finally he will stay somewhere and he's not going to leave. But unfortunately, here we are. Mr. Cancelo is going to Bayern Munich with an option of 70. We're going to talk about Bayern Munich because I don't trust them to pay that option, to be honest with you. I think we're lying to ourselves. We could have put an obligation to buy, but giving Bayern Munich the option to buy, I think is a bit of a mistake. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, Carl, as you can see, the news has been reported by many that Mr. Cancelo, Joao Cancelo, Mr. Number 7, is leaving Man City. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, very simple for me. Thank you for your service. You've done well for us. But if you start fighting the manager on the field and not performing, then you got to go, buddy. I'm sorry.
Well, what do you? Okay, look. Let's also talk about this. I saw a few articles saying he squared up to Pep in training, and then some players were not happy with him. I see Cancelo is sort of a player who would do that. I'm not trying to say that, but it just looks like he's very emotional. As I said, if you look at his history, he doesn't stay long at a club. Whenever he gets challenged by another player or gets challenged by somebody else, he decides to move on. That's how he moved to Man City. But I thought this is where he was going to stay. I thought this is where Cancelo has found his home. Then all of a sudden now he's leaving. So basically, if we look at things, he's been dumped out. Obviously, according to Cancelo, he sees like he's not good enough to challenge Luis. That's what I'm looking at. He's not good enough to challenge Ake. Obviously, he looks at him as himself as a fourth choice. Basically, also sitting there saying, okay, maybe Gomez will surpass me very soon. But I don't know. What about yourself, Don Smoke? What do you think of this news of Cancelo going to Bayern Munich? Before we talk about these Bayern thugs, that I don't think they're going to pay this 70 million. I think we're lying to ourselves, putting it as an option.
I think it's about time, man. Right. It's about time. At the end of the day, the organization comes first. Right. If you're not for the organization, you're against it by default. Right. And I always say the club is bigger than the player. You have to make peace with it. If you're not willing to be part of the team, then you're actually against it. I think I'm happy now than wait on and keep him, and then now you start hearing about things when we're in the business end. Because at the moment, we need every player in the squad to be on board, especially going on this title charge. We need every player to be on board. And you don't want disgruntled players in the dressing room. They just mess up the vibe. Even at work, I'm sure you always see it. Whenever you have a disgruntled employee, it gets on everyone's nerves because all you hear is complaints and moaning. Even when things are going good, there's always going to be that. So it's, man, at the end of the day, I believe in the team. We're good enough to go on without him. With the last few games, right? And whenever he's on the pitch, he's actually made us worse. So thank you for your service, but life moves on. So
I think the bust up, if you look proper, let me just get the guys in the comments before I move on. Daniel says what happened is laughing. I think Daniel was at work that time. Which I told him I'm gonna cook later for real. Yeah, Cancelo is moving to Bayern. It's real. King is heartbroken. Colin says, is he leaving? We might struggle in the Champions League like last year by having few players. We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. Continue. How you doing, man? Decent cup draw for you. Okay, decent FA Cup draw for you. I think that's what he's trying to say. Decent FA Cup for you draw. Yeah, I think the cup draw happened and City have got Bristol City. Bristol, I think City. I think so. I'm not angry or upset that Cancelo. Okay, I'm not angry or upset that Cancelo. I will be if we don't sign a left back. I don't know, man. There's rumors that Anthony Robinson, were bidding for him, but take that with a pinch of salt. I'm just waiting for good sources. Ake can play week in, week out. Otherwise, he will get injured. Gomez is not good enough, guys. Give him time. This is the same thing you're talking about. Zinchenko, now you have no choice. You're going to have to be with Gomez. Glad I could tune into the show. Great timing, Peter. Sorry to hear the news, but I understand it. There can only be one boss. Yeah, if the news comes out that he squared up to the manager, I think that's taking things a bit too far. Dare I dream Cancelo for Davis if Bayern won't pay the 70 million. I don't know if Bayern can I think Bayern can give away Pavard, the French fullback. They can give away him, but I don't think they can give away Cancelo. So I'm not Cancelo, Davis. I don't think they would. It was coming. Yeah, you could see it from far. Look, Cancelo wasn't performing well. Even for the Portuguese team, he was being benched by Dallo, if I'm not wrong. So it wasn't a good month for him. He got skinned by Salah, and ever since then, things just went downwards. To be honest with you guys, as I said, he has a history of always leaving when things get hot. I gave an example of Inter. I gave an example of Valencia. I gave an example of Juventus. All those teams, somebody else came and challenged him, and he left. So it looks like here he's leaving again. He's seen that there's no game time. According to the articles, it also says he was more angry to be not part of the Arsenal team, the team that played against Arsenal. He wasn't happy with that. So look, at the end of the day, you know what the contract is, because he signed a contract last season, if I remember, and he was saying he's here to stay. So I don't know what changed. So at the end of the day, if you want to leave, you want to leave. As the last said, good riddance. Thank you for your service. Go and enjoy. But let me bring this now to Bayern Munich. Guys, like the feed if you're watching this. Let me ask you, start with you, Carl. It's an option to buy. And I'm telling you this right now. Knowing Bayern Munich, they're not coughing out 70 million. Unless it was an obligation to buy, but an option to buy. Bayern Munich, you know them, they're thugs. It's either they're going to send him back, or what they're going to do is they'll start negotiating the price down, because we'll have no choice.
I mean, I don't really care. Seriously, I don't really care what happens in June. All I want is that if he's going to upset the apple cart, he needs to go. He just needs to go. You know, I was talking to Space earlier on today, and I talked about the fact that we had a game yesterday. My kids, right? We're playing a team that's ranked four levels above us. So it's like we are like League One. They are like Premier League, right? And we lost the game by a goal. But then, so my players came at halftime. So it was 8 o'clock morning game. They came at halftime, strolling in. I'm like, guy, you can't come in at halftime and expect to play. You're sitting on the bench. If you don't like it, you can leave. As a coach, you cannot have a disruptive player on your bench. You can't have it. It kills the whole mood, the mentality. You're fighting, you got to go. Give me 11 warriors than 12 chickens. Give me 11 warriors than 12 chickens. It is what it is. The reason why Arsenal are doing well because everybody's on the same page. They're all fighting. They're all together. You know, at every time there's an injury, you know, Arsenal players do. They go to the coach. They're talking to each other. It's like a timeout. They're restructuring. They're rethinking. Imagine Cancelo fighting with the coach on the field. Nah, he's got to go. He's got to go. In terms of the money, could care less. Let it be 2 seconds. Let it be 2 cents. Couldn't care. He's got to leave. He's got to leave, my guy, Patrick.
Okay, cool. So you don't smoke. Up to you. You've heard what Kao is saying.
Yeah.
He says it doesn't matter what the price is. If somebody is disrupted, just to even find the coach has to go.
Yeah, I've always said like Cancelo is one of those guys whereby it's either things go well or they go terribly wrong for him. You just look at his face; he looks like he wants to cry every time I see Cancelo, right? And he makes and for me, it's one of those things whereby, dude, similar to Zini, we remember your brain fart moments. I remember the moments where Cancelo has costed us the game, and I'm like, this guy, and his attitude, man. This guy, you can tell he has an attitude just by watching him, right? Always he gets unnecessary cards and what. And I'm like, dude, like wake up, look at the big picture. So I couldn't care less how much he goes for. There's certain players whereby I'm like, dude, I want a warrior, right?
Yeah.
As much as Zini used to give you those dead moments, you could see that his heart and head was in the right place, right? And I respect that of a player. Respect the institution you are in. You're not playing there for free, like you. So at the end of the day, man, as I say, there is no one whose place is guaranteed on the pitch. You have to earn it. You can't just whether a guy who's younger, older than you, if he's performing, then he deserves to play. You can't just say, because I'm Cancelo, I should be the starting left back or right back. That's nonsense, man. Go wherever you want to go. I don't care, man.
Mr. Adam, how you doing? Well, Hamza, go ahead. Hamza, what do you think, man?
Hi, everyone.
What do you think of all this Cancelo scenario? And it's coming out that he was actually he squared up to the manager, and that's when that was the last straw.
Yeah, I think big up to everyone, man. Big up to Patrick. Everyone subscribe, like the video. I think it's just upsetting, to be honest. It's sad because I really liked Cancelo. He was one of my favorite players. And, I was expecting more professionalism from him. I did not expect Cancelo to do that. When I heard about this, I was shocked. I was more than shocked. I was expecting, Patrick, the one thing that really upset me was, why is he not staying and fighting for his spot? You're in a team with a mentality. You're with monsters. You're with people that will motivate you when you're down. That will bring you back up no matter what. You've got a brilliant manager that's coaching you. You've got a brilliant, well-run club. What do you need? What else more do you need? Fight for your spot. I don't know. That's the one thing that really upset me, Patrick. I think, but you know what it is, Patrick? The fact that he squared up to my manager. That's the last straw for me, because if you ask a Man United fan or a Chelsea fan what would happen to that player if they did it to Ferguson or they did it to Jose Mourinho, they're gone. All the fans are turning their back on the player. They're going to say, "Get out of my club."
Okay, so there's news here. Sorry, Hamza. There's just news here. It says in the talks with Bayern bosses a few days ago, the player made it clear that he has one big goal. He wants to win the Champions League with Bayern now. Bosses were impressed.
Yeah.
He'll be a starter at the men's on Wednesday, top signing.
Learn how to defend first, then maybe you'll start for Bayern. Because a lot of Bayern fans aren't happy with this, Patrick. I'll tell you that now. There's a lot of them that have told me that Cancelo is a good player, but defensively he is a shambles.
This guy, man. Are you come on, dude.
You know what? Let him.
Jeez. I mean, the thing about these guys, they think fans are stupid. Or maybe some are, right? But come on, man. We know who you are.
It's true.
We saw you, Joao. We saw you at Anfield from a corner concede a stupid goal that upset everybody. That you had to raise your hand up and say you're sorry. And the same issue happened with Rico Lewis and he body Salah, an 18-year-old kid.
He wiped him out.
We saw how
That red card. That
we
red
saw how
card
Salah.
against
Oh goodness, guy, man! I tire for these players, man. I swear, I just tire for these.
It's
players.
immature. I feel like Gunda. I think he's just immature. I think that's what it is. He's immature. He's mature to the football game, but he's immature. His attitude and everything. It's not right. It's not right. I'm glad we've got rid of somebody like this because I wouldn't want somebody like this staying at my club, especially after what I heard. No chance.
Yeah, let him go. I mean,
It's best. It's for the best. It's for the best.
I mean, good luck to him if facing Mbappe on that side.
Good luck.
You know,
Well, he wants that. He wants that UCL. Adam. So, Adam, what do you think? Joe Cancelo says he's promised the Bayern bosses that he wants to win the UCL with them. It would be funny that after all this, they don't sell him. They don't buy him. This would be gas if they don't buy him. So, what do you think, Adam? What do you think of this Joe Cancelo guy who a few months ago I was putting on top as one of the best fullbacks?
We all did, Patrick. We all did.
You know, I can't argue with what the club did and what the manager did. They did what they had to do, and he was an idiot for what he did. And he knows that there's ways of, if say you're not happy with the game time. But look at Grealish and Morris. We've been calling them out. They've improved. He can do the same shit as well. Why does he have to go the route that he went?
Is Adam still with us, or he disappeared, or he's gone? Yeah. But anyway,
No,
guys, reading.
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, boys. I cut out. Sorry.
Yeah, I was
No, that's
pretty much saying that I was pretty much just saying that he's stupid. Like, look, we like me and Carl have been going for a Grealish, Mahrez, but look at them. They've improved. They went a different route rather than having an argument or say, throwing a tantrum, throwing their toys out the pram. Yeah, they went and improved themselves. Why can't Cancelo do the same thing rather than, sorry for my language, but fucking bitching and moaning?
Do you not
I don't know.
guys? Do you
I don't
not think? Guys? I know it's a bit of a weird one. What I'm going to ask. Do you not? Because obviously with Bernardo Silva whinging and moaning in the past, do you not think Bernardo has influenced Cancelo in some sort of way?
no, I don't think so. Bernardo is different though, Hamza. Bernardo's done 7 years. Says, look, I want to end up at Benfica. That's my dream. That's my hope, right? 7 years is a long time. The right money comes, he goes. But Bernardo gets on the field. He works hard.
He does what he has to do. I know,
Yeah, that's what he has to do.
That's the difference. It's a shame, really.
Yeah. These guys, man, you just kind of wonder and say to yourself, what kind of mentality does this player have? Yeah.
You know, Carl, I actually blame the people around these players, right? In the sense that the people around you are the ones who are supposed to keep you grounded and give you real feedback. Like, hey, my guy, you messing up. So if your answer is look for example at Messi and Ronaldo, I always blame Ronaldo's people. I'm like, at the end of the day, these people are supposed to keep you in check and give you a reality check. Like, hey, my guy, you won't get a better project than where you're at. Because I can tell you now, Cancelo does what he done for us at certain other teams. At Madrid, white handkerchiefs are coming out. They don't waste.
He did that at Inter Milan. He did this at Inter Milan, Don Smoke, and he did this at Juventus as well.
At Valencia, he also did at Valencia.
No, I'm saying, do what you just done at other big clubs. The fans turn on you immediately at the ground, in the stadium. They start look at Bale. You saw what the Madrid fans were doing to Bale, even to Ronaldo. Ronaldo got booed at the Bernabeu. Hence, I'm saying these people think that you're gonna get a much more supportive fan base than what you have here. Other fan bases will let you know whilst you're still at the ground that you're playing crap.
Well, I don't want to start this. I don't really want to start this, as Kanye West said. I don't want to mention names, but right now as we speak, Raheem is being told to leave Chelsea by the Chelsea fan base. They say he's thinking the place. They want him gone in summer. When Nkunku comes, when Felix is, they were begging Todd Bowley to sign in Felix and sell Raheem immediately. So
Wait.
yeah. Sometimes you see at the end of the day, let me read this. Players
Get
wanting
Ferran.
play time at City is
Arsenal.
what
Ferran as
you
well.
want from every player. You want
Arsenal gonna get
Ferran.
you want mental competitive players that will show quality and the playing time. Yeah, he had to earn the playing time, not just come in. Gundo is on point. Zinchenko mentality in Cancelo ability would be elite.
100%.
Yeah, you're
Yep,
right. You're
yep.
right. You're right. Yeah. Big up, big up, big up, big up to Daniel. Evening party. How you doing, Del Boy, man? Don't want to what toxicity cause it spreads like wildfire, but we need a replacement. Yes, it could be good to have Anthony Robinson showing up at the Etihad this evening. I would be excited. Hi guys, great show. Thank you very much. Let's talk sports. Let's talk sports is one of the channels I'm streaming on right now, guys. Go and follow that. Genuinely, I like Cancelo with great technical ability, but everywhere he's played in the past, he's had attitude problems. That's the thing. Cancelo has had attitude problems at Inter, at Juve, and other places, and a lot of fans were telling us it's going to happen. But I thought, look, maybe he finally found a club, because every time a player scores or we're celebrating, he was very passionate about it. But looks like this Don, as soon as somebody pressures his spot, instead of fighting, he decides to leave. So fortunately, it looks like Cancelo is leaving, is going to Bayern. I know other guys say they don't care about the fee, but I'm telling you right now, guys, for Free City fans, Bayern ain't paying 70 for this Don. I'm sorry. Bayern, Bayern Munich.
Patrick, I think you know what they're gonna do. I think what City have done is they've said, you know what, 70 million euros, whatever. I think after the loan is done, they're gonna come back and we're gonna negotiate again. And I think it's gonna end up being 45 million.
I heard that followed him for a while now. I think they said that followed him for a while. I think Bayern, we're
they followed
asking
him last
for him.
summer.
Yeah. Apparently, they were already asking about Cancelo or Bayern, and that's when City extended his contract, and that's when he was like, "I'm here to stay. I love this place. It's like a family." Blah 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 blah. But look, we are starting to see that these players, when they are saying it's a family, I love blah blah blah, it's just bollocks. This is what I've noticed, because a lot of people say, "I'm here to stay. I love the badge." Then boom, they're gone. But anyway, let me just say something. Let me just say something else. I hope before I throw the mic to Kyle, Man City, please. We're begging you. When we are begging you now, please stop these makeshift left backs. Just get a left back. Just go pick up a left back. Just go pick up one and get one. It's not like we don't have the money. Zinchenko money is there. You sold Zinchenko for 35 million. You sold Jesus for 40. You sold Raheem for 43. You didn't really buy anybody with that money. Some of the money you used on Haaland was money from other seasons of buying. You sold a lot of kids. You sent Brand on loan. You sold Lavia. You sold Benzunu. Guys, go find a left back.
Patrick. Patience.
Yeah, no. We need a left back.
It's hard.
We're tired. We're tired of seeing Donny's.
It's hard.
Patrick,
Yeah. You have to be patient.
Don't be surprised if you see if you see Ederson at left back and Ortega in goal.
Oh no.
Patrick, you know what's annoying?
Do you know Adam? Do you know who's gonna be left back? I can guarantee you, Adam and Carl. Before I pass, no. You know who's gonna be left back? Maximo Peron. He is a left-footed player.
No, Patrick, you know what's annoying? We're moving. We have the money there, but we're moving like we're fucking Mr. Burns or them. You know them uncles that you see that owns a fucking corner shop and penny pinching counting everyone.
All I would say is, I think to Don't Smoke, let's see what happens. I mean, you and I have had private conversations, and it's funny because the moment we posted accepting Jedi's name out there this morning about what about Jedi with Anthony Robinson? His nickname is Jedi. Once we posted Jedi out there, all of a sudden we get all this stuff about Anthony Robinson coming in. So we're trying to figure out whether
you gave false hope to the fan base. It's all your fault.
He did. I told him I'm gonna blame him because he's the one who started that fire and everybody started reporting it.
All I said was, "Hey, what about Anthony Robinson? Is anybody thinking about this guy?" The next thing I see is stories coming out. I'm like, what's going on here? Is it, guys? Is it true, or is it just is somebody sourced it? Is it true? What's going on?
I've heard from
Patrick. Patrick, you know City are shameless.
But there's nothing out, Gundo. I think one of my friends, he works close with one of his other friends. Works behind the scenes. And obviously, I don't really have much contact with him as much anymore, but I had to ring him today. I was like, listen, Cancelo's gone. What the fuck are we doing now? I need... Sorry, apologies for my language. I wanted to find out. And they go, well, Anthony Robertson is on that list. So he is on that list. And it's crazy how you and Patrick mentioned this. If we end up getting this guy, dinner's on me.
No, we're gonna be shameless. Don't smoke. What am I about to say? Go ahead, don't smoke. Go ahead, don't smoke.
You know what's funny, right? The City admin on Twitter just posted Mahrez an hour ago, saying Mahrez is buzzing, right? Read between the lines.
Do you know what's next? Don't smoke. You know what? There's gonna be a curse of a number 7 at City. Wearing the number 7 will become a curse. I'm saying, who dares take that number 7 next? Who's gonna wear that number 7 next?
I don't think anybody should get that number 7. Keep it away. I think it's a curse, you know.
Nah, it's okay though. Raheem had it on lockdown. Nothing happened to Raheem. But it was Milner. Don't forget Milner. Oh yeah, no, it's a curse though, because every player that has won the number 7 has left in a dispute manner. You know what I mean? Milner said, F you, I want to go win trophies at Liverpool, the Champions League at Liverpool. Raheem wants to go there. So the next one is give it to Palmer. I'm joking.
No, but that's crazy. You know,
on a serious note, though, I mean, the reason why Pat and I have been talking about this kid is because we've been watching, and we don't know if it's going to come out. We don't know, right? We don't know. But we've looked at him and said, this guy under Guardiola would ball. He has one thing that most fullbacks don't have: speed and recovery. And with the high line that we play, how many balls have gone over the top of Zinchenko or Cancelo and struggled to catch up with them?
Many times.
This guy's an athlete. He may not be the best controller of the ball, but he's an athlete. Kyle Walker's not the best passer of the ball, but he's an athlete. Locked down Mbappe, right? This kid, Jeddah, had locked down Salah, right? Locked down Saka, locked down Mahrez, or whoever was playing on the right side for us. Yeah, he made a mistake considered the penalty for Fulham, right? Kids make mistakes sometimes, but his athleticism bails him out, and that's what we need in the high line that we play, in my opinion. You know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see.
If they get that kid, it will be a masterclass. I'm telling you, if they get that kid, I swear, if Cancelo comes back, I will personally go pack up his suitcases and his last belongings at Man City.
He has 18 months left on his contract. The value of him right now at about maybe 12 or 13, maybe 14 or 15 million.
Yeah, I say go more than 5. Go 5 million on top. Go 5 million on top of everything.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, and you know what? Don't smoke. Antonio Robinson has been refusing to extend the contract. Now he's on 18 months. He's still refusing.
Yeah.
So because he wants Champions League football. So let me just read some of this. KDB as a keeper. Yeah, this is true. That's why we lost the Champions League by playing Fernandinho position. That's true. We should stop that behavior. Pep is bringing Fabian Delph out of retirement for left back. Come on. Patrick wants Cucurella. No, Cucurella is stinking up the place at Chelsea. There's rumors that City are looking at Chilwell. I was like, Chilwell is good, but he's always injured. Cancelo has cost us points this season through individual errors and just remorseful. And yet he isn't remorseful. Yeah, you're right about that. He doesn't care. All he wants to do is play football. Guys, looking at this situation we are in, and I mean like the situation we're in right now currently where Cancelo is going. I'm going to start with you, Carl, because it's then after that, don't smoke Adam, then Hamza. Carl, let's ignore this the team coming up with this ridiculous statement. We don't need anyone else. Do you seriously think we don't need anyone else? What's your opinion? I want your personal opinion.
I think if we have someone else, it'd be good because now we have more depth. You know, especially the person's quality. You know, we'll have that. On the other side too, I talked about this morning with Hamza that we play a different system, the 3-2-2-3. We don't play with natural fullbacks, but the key for me, when you have an option to buy a player like Anthony Robinson, he can play both systems, right? And he's athletic. You pay 35 million for a kid who can play that system, who's 25, who grew up in the Championship, is playing in the Premier League, and Fulham 8th on the league table. It's a no-brainer. It's a good punt. So for me, I would say, yeah, go get someone like that and bring him in.
What about yourself, Don Small? What do you think? Do you think the club is wise to say we don't need anybody else by Cancelo leaving? Or it's going to be one of those situations where Ake gets injured, Walker gets injured, it's only Rico, who's a fullback, and then we go to the Champions League, we start playing funny formations?
I think it's more of a negotiation tactic, right? Because if you go into negotiations, you want to at least give the perception that the other party doesn't have leverage over you, right? Because it's that thing of whereby if you go in looking desperate, you're gonna pay well beyond the odds, and plus it's January, and right now everyone is on alert, on high. Anyone who has a decent left back at the moment is on high alerts that City may come knocking. So due to that, they're gonna extort you. So when you appear as if you're not desperate, it kind of gives you leverage in the sense that, you know what, we can buy this, but we don't need to buy this, right? Similar to we saw what happened with Kukurea when Brighton saw that we've sold Zini prior to buying. It's more like, okay, you can't tell us you need a left back because you didn't have a left back. So I think it's more of an, but everyone and their dog knows that we need one. It's more like, okay, does it make sense to pay this amount for 6 months? Because that's the only question that they have to ask themselves. Whatever figure they have to pay, does it make sense at this moment in time to pay this amount for 6 months, or wait another 6 months and then pay what would have been an ideal figure?
So basically, with Anton Robinson, who's on 18 months contract, he can still be cheap right now. Maybe we'll call for at 30, which is still expensive. But
may
would
pay
you say,
excess.
okay, just wait till John? Just wait till John.
I'm saying because it's January, you won't
I
pay
think
the
the
same amount.
I think the excess will basically be maybe 30, isn't it? Because come on, he's 18-month contract.
Yeah, but he's a Premier League proven player and he's from the Championship. And if one thing, if you know about the Championship, is you play with men. If any player who survives that Championship, you have to know that they are tough, because there you play with men who will kick you. So is that thing of whereby is that thing they know by, like, listen, this is a Premier League proven player, right? So unless he forces the move and ends in a transfer request, it's more like, okay, the player doesn't really want to leave.
The other problem
that-
too, don't smoke, is time. Time is a problem,
Yeah.
right? Because you have 1 day left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They need to find a replacement.
That's where it shows that there's something fishy that happened with Cancelo, because moving on the last day, a day before the last day, just like that. And look at the videos of him. He's not smiling, nor is he giving high fives. He's sad. He's dragging his feet as he's walking. It's as if he's been told, get the F out. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at the videos. I've been sending the videos.
So apparently the report is that they were the training ground before the Arsenal game. The manager had told everybody that who was going to start. He got upset with the manager. The words were exchanged. He said he's going to leave. The manager said you can leave. And that's what the reports coming in are, allegedly.
Yeah, you're correct. You're right. Yeah.
When that happens, it's done. It's done. There's no going back.
It's good riddance at the end of the day, because it's a bad egg. And you know what? No player is bigger than the club.
Yeah.
Simple.
Apparently, even Ruben Diaz had a go at him because of the way the action was.
It was Diaz and Foden that grabbed him, Adam. When he stood up, Diaz and Foden grabbed him because he squared up to Pep.
He's an idiot. Because Diaz and Foden, he's an idiot. How do you expect to come back from that?
Man.
And genuinely speaking, I hope he doesn't. If Bayern Munich don't have activate the option to buy him, genuinely speaking, I don't want him anywhere near the club. And if he does come back, just let him sit on the bench. Because genuinely speaking, either terminate his contract because of his action.
They won't terminate his contract. We'll find a buyer.
Carl, you've got a question here.
Mm.
When we will start holding these fake pages accountable? Those words ring a bell, Carl. Just last stream.
They always ring a bell. Yeah, hold them accountable. Hold them accountable. I can tell you 10 players. I won't name names. There's a guy, one very popular journalist, who said that Gunnar was going to leave 3 years ago. The same journalist said that UEFA were going to get us off the table. They weren't going to find us, and they ended up barring us. I can give you hundreds of stories about some ITKs who said X and Y.
but we're not gonna get into that. Hi guys, shocking news
so,
today. Lost grandma. Then my condolences,
Rest in
McLaughlin,
peace.
man.
Rest in
My
peace,
condolences
man.
to you and your family, man. When I finally lay down to rest after a long day, I hear about Coward leaving. Okay, you're laughing at the Concard part, but anyway, man, my condolences with you and your family and prayers. Good evening from Huddersfield Town Fan TV. How you doing, man? Guys, so that's the video, guys. Unless anybody has got anything to say about Don Cancelo.
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing, right? With the left back position, like trying to find a left back. I was doing a lot of, let's say, Pep overthinking after the space with Gundo. When Gundo mentioned a very good point about, you know, the 3-2-2-3.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really need a left back when you think about it.
That's the point.
You know when you think about it, right? Just deeply think about it, right? If Ake gets injured, God forbid, we've got Laporte.
Yeah.
They're not going to get injured at the same time. Well, when is that? It's not going to happen. It's not like all the players are going to get out.
And if Laporte gets injured, we have Edison.
Well,
It'll probably work.
Hey, Hamza, hey, we could always put Patrick on left back.
No, but on a serious note,
Patrick can kick a ball straight.
What Hamza is saying,
serious. Yeah, go on.
What Hamza is saying here is what I was trying to say all morning. The reason why they're saying, we don't need a left back, the traditional left back, the one who bombs forward, up and down, is because they've changed the system to accommodate Erling Haaland.
Exactly.
When we didn't have Erling Haaland, you had the false nine, you had Walker and Zinchenko left and right, combining wide. Now you have Erling Haaland. You need somebody in the middle of the field. That's why we play with a 4 in the middle to make sure that you cover Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland is a striker. He's up front. And so to do that, you have to bring somebody from the fullback position to tuck in, like a Rico does, or like Ake does sometimes, or they're left or right. That's what
Rico does it perfectly. He does it perfectly, honestly.
That's what we build with a 3.
To Gundo's point, this is why we wanted to buy that Vardiol guy from Leipzig. Right? We don't really need a left back. We need a left-sided player who is defensively solid and will make the 3. And all along we've been 100%. Saying the same thing. That had we lost a right back, then you should be okay.
Patrick, let me extend this argument to your boy Gomez. We all know Sergio Gomez is not a traditional defensive left back. What is he good at exactly, Patrick? He's good on the ball.
At attacking, assisting, and he's very good on the ball.
He's good in tight spaces, right? Which is the 3-2 system that we're talking about. His role was to invert into the middle of the field to help Rodri. Now, unfortunately, he's still too scared and concerned, so he's not calm enough to do that, which is why he gets caught out. But that's why you got him. Even Marc Cucurella, we've seen him get killed by Chelsea, playing in the back 4. But in the back 3, inverted, like Brighton used to do, guess what? He's shining. Rico Lewis is getting more game time than Kyle Walker, playing that inverted right position. The system has changed, guys. That's what Hamza is saying. I guess we people would kind of open their eyes and watch what we're doing on the field.
I think people need to I think there's a lot of people, like my tweet said before. I think a lot of people. I've always thought about this when Gundo first mentioned it. Not even today. He's mentioned it in the past. When he first mentioned it, I was thinking, you know what? He's right. He's whatever everything he's saying. He is spot on with the 3 at the back. The 2.
You know the funny thing, Hamza.
We don't need a left back. And now that I've understood it now, I've connected all the dots and I've understood we don't actually need a left back.
Hamza,
but we need the option.
We need the option. Yeah.
You know the funny thing, Hamza, right? De Zerbi of Brighton is one of Pep's pupils, right? Talks about how Pep Guardiola influenced.
Yeah.
Go watch how Brighton build up. They build up with a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, 3 and a 2. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's why Mitoma on the left side is so dangerous because he has that underlap next to him, so he can go wide. You know, people when we watch football, everybody needs to look at what's happening on the field, not just he scored a goal, or Haaland's not dropping deep. Haaland has 7 touches, or Jack Grealish is this. No, see what's going on the field. Brighton, that's how they play with a 3 and a 2. They build with a 3 and a 2.
100%.
They have a 2 and a 3. The same box that City have. It's Chelsea that used to play James and Chilwell wide, 3-4-3 with wide fullbacks going up and down, up and down. When you keep doing that in the Premier League game after game, guess what? You get run down, you get injured because it's not sustainable with that speed in Premier League.
100%.
So
I think,
let's think about these things, City fans, and not just react, but say, if Guardiola is supposed to be the best manager in the world, what is he trying to do? What are we seeing that he's trying to do? Why is he getting rid of a fullback that we know we need? Meanwhile, he's playing Rico as an inside fullback that we didn't know he could play. What is going on here? That's how I think, at least.
No, Gundo, I completely agree, because I think a lot of people, right, rival fans too, and our fan base, not all of us here, but I think there's other people, right, they don't understand. They'll see, for example, Cancelo leaving, right? They're all panicking. They're all like, the left back position's gone. But we don't really use a left back. It's just the left-sided centre back.
So wait. Let me get this straight, right? And let's just we are gonna conclude it this way. So all you're telling me is it's fine. We have enough bodies in this team, even with Cancelo leaving. Funny thing is this, though. It's quite strange that an international player is leaving and then Maximo Perón is coming in. Was this planned, or this has just happened with circumstance?
Planned.
To Bamsa's point, it's always planned, right? It's always planned. But I mean, don't get me wrong. If we get, Jedi, for example, I'm happy because he can play those. He can play both wide. He can play inside. If we get one, I'd be happy. Absolutely, Hamza will be happy if we get somebody else within 24 hours to come in.
So the caveat, Patrick, is this: for Walker to play, we need Jedi.
Yeah,
so
Jedi needed
on the other side.
I wouldn't say it's needed, but I'd love Jedi in the squad. Honestly, I would. It'd be brilliant.
Yeah, if he comes in, we're cooking. And look, if City pull this off and if the sources are right, I think I will go as far as saying if Anthony Robinson comes to City and he's part of the squad, I'll go as far as saying UEFA just write Man City on that trophy, because that trophy will come to the Etihad and we will do a stream. Look, let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you. If we win the
even
UCL,
the FIFA World Club.
Yeah, if we win the UCL, I'm going to do a stream, a 2-day stream, where we're going to celebrate. I'll do it on the phone, wherever I go. It's going to be a stream. So, guys,
2-day what?
that's the show. That's the show. Yeah, starting day 1, day 2.
Patrick, more like a continuous 2-week show, even the space.
The reality,
I will be the most unbearable person on earth.
The reality is, Patrick, we have enough clips about Jedi. We've talked about it for 2 years now. We have enough clips that we can put together to create a stream that will last for 12 hours.
Anyway, guys, just before we go, I don't know if this is fake, but apparently some guy who's been predicting the right UCL winners, he says the next UCL winner is Napoli. So he wrote this years ago. So hopefully that guy is a liar, because City's name wasn't there.
Patrick, Man United's name is the year after.
I know, and then Arsenal, I was like, oh my god, if Arsenal win a UCL before us, I'm done. I'm done out here. Let's see the one more comment here. I think what about this guy? This guy gets injured a lot. Kieran Tierney gets injured a lot.
No. He's shit, man.
No, I don't like him.
He's good, but he's a hospital agent. That's the only issue he has. Is the hospital agent.
For me, he's shit. I don't see the hype that people see.
Let's see the comments, Patrick. Let's talk about the comments. I mean, curious.
No, the comments are not much. Here's the last one. Last time player left for more minutes. City dressing room was cleansed, and we reached our first UCL final. Cancelo leaving, reports that Foden and Diaz told him off. You know what? I'm happy Foden is back. I also had a feeling maybe that something between Pep and Foden has happened. I wouldn't like Foden to be one of the players in the dark. But you know what? Yes, when Sané left, the dressing room was cleansed. Things started very well again. To be honest with you, if Cancelo wanted to leave and he feels that going to Bayern, as the speech he said that he's promised them a UCL, go win the UCL then. Congrats to you. Maybe you do a Philippe Coutinho, score against us, but you're on loan, so you're not going to play when you play against us. Hopefully PSG knock you guys out. Anyway, guys, on that note, that's goodbye. Hopefully we sign somebody, and we're going to do the Tottenham versus Man City preview on Thursday at 8 p.m. Guys, join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. We're going to do the Son versus Jack Grealish preview. By the way, guys, did you see that clip of Son? You know, Son doesn't like us, right? I don't know if you saw it, Don't Smoke, and Hamza and Adam and Cow.
What
Do you
did he
remember that
I've
do?
not
time?
seen it.
Do
What
you
do you
remember?
do?
Yeah. Do you remember that time when Pep made the mistake of saying the Hurricane team and Hurricane was injured and Spurs played us without Hurricane and they played with Lorente? Remember? Do you know when Son
Yeah.
scored? Do you know what? Do you know what he said to the cameras, to the Man City cameras?
What did he say? Is that?
He looked at the cameras and say, "Do you know who I am?"
I need
That
somebody
guy, I
to.
hate. You know what, Son? I knew it. Son doesn't like us. He takes things personal because you know Pep was ignoring because Pep was ignoring Son in the presses. It was always Hurricane. Hurricane is dangerous. So I think Son took it personally because I was wondering. I was like, this guy.
That's why he's 31 as 1-0 because he keeps.
It's Son 31. No. Son is not 31.
Yeah, it's 30.
Nah.
31. He is.
He's 31.
No
30.
way.
He's
Yeah.
about 30. Yeah, 31, 30. Yeah.
No, he's
You know it
30.
is.
Oh, this Donna's 10:30. My God, man.
But
Yeah.
no,
The
you know
only
it's
thing is
Patrick.
one. The only
Patrick,
thing
you know it is.
one.
You know the South. I was about to say South Africans, but the South Koreans. I don't know what they use, the cream or whatever that they use, man. It keeps them fucking young, man.
I thought he was 28, man. Son, my God, you're
Nah.
30 now, and you've won nothing. No, but
only
I
thing
get
is
what he meant. Now I understand why Son has a hate for us because I understand because he was one of the best players that season in the UCL for Tottenham, and Pep ignored him and measured Hurricane, who was sick. So he said that cow in the camera. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" He was like, "Do you know who I am?"
Because Pep wanted Harry.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't have minded if Son ended up at City. Let's be honest, I would never mind. But
I
this is
would
the next.
Mitoma.
No, Son is useless against a low block. We've seen it so many damn times. Only when he has space he plays. And at City, all you face is a low block, so he'd be useless to us.
So
Mitoma.
McLaren says Peron,
we don't
Nico
need-
Lewis,
we don't
Gomez
need
can
some.
play next to Rodri. Okay. Box midfield. We have CBs for our back three. Walker. Pep is cooking, guys. City would never sell ourselves short to self-sabotage. That's true. Let's just wait and see what happens. What were you saying? Sorry, Adam. Adam?
No, I was saying that we don't need. And then Mikey's favorite boy, Jack Grealish.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear what you said, Adam Maris. But anyway, let's move on from Adam Maris and just close the show, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely day. See you, man. Don't smoke, everybody, guys. Guys who are watching, if you missed this, you can go back and watch it. We were talking about Cancelo going on loan to Bayern Munich. I still believe Bayern Munich are going to rip us, or they're going to send him back to us and say, you guys do whatever you want with him. Because I've seen Bayern do this multiple times where they agree on something and they never follow through, especially 70 million for Cancelo. If he stinks, do you know what? Not if he stinks. Cancelo, I dare you. If you do 5-star performances at Bayern, we will know what you were doing. We will now expose you for who you are. If Hamza, this fraud, goes to Bayern and starts becoming one of the best fullbacks in Germany, and then scores in UCLs and pockets Mbappe, we know what this Don was doing. He was trying to sabotage us in that Salah goal and all the goals he was conceding for us. That means this guy was trying to sabotage, thinking that the manager will go.
Well, anyway, we'll get on to him if that happens.
Yeah, we will. And good.